Yes, sir. People, bring it in. I am bringing gifts of due diligence as usual. Family, I know you miss me. Obviously, you shouldn't be panicked. You should know what you hold, but obviously I'm bringing you the facts of the matter so that you can rest your minds a little bit. You hear me? All right, so let's get straight down to the information. You have about 15 minutes for me to update you on your riches.
Yes.
Good deal, good deal, good deal. Naysayers, you know my naysayers don't even. Listen, you thought, hey, you got to be ready. I don't care if you're around. I'm still swinging them from behind the back, guys. Listen, y'all dialing. You already know. You're here with your favorite host, the chocolate of Confucius, Mr. 100,000 thoughts worldwide. We're getting worldwide with this. The original, the 12er. Couple racks in the middle. Gotta have a couple racks in the middle. The undisputed champion of due diligence. I will call me a wizard now at this point. And then my naysayers. You all can just call me Papa. Andor, the ultimate. Oh! That's right. It's Money Montgomery, y'all. Tap in. Let's get straight down to the information. Obviously, we know we've had a fickle market, things up and down. And like I told y'all, prepare for the great generational wealth transfer. Nobody said this was going to be a smooth ride. Oh, it was smooth up. Yeah, guys, this is the whole pretext of why I told everybody, buy in early. You're going to learn to love this stability. Because when we start to get to rocking and rolling, you wanted volatility? Well, here you go. Let's get straight down into it, guys. Again, off the tizip, none of this has to do anything with crypto. Again, whenever you have a situation like that, that is the perfect opportunity to put a little dizip on your chip. Again, there's nothing stalling crypto. Crypto's advanced. Again, we'll go to the facts of it in this video again to show you, hey, don't know where you think we are, but it's not really time to play. But again, all this spurting off of a 15% chance that they raise rates, I don't even care, to be honest with you. It really has no bearing, but again, how the market makers and machines work is they have to make the the Federal Reserve have power, so they're going to make that. Oh, we're up and down. Guys, the price of the egg went up to $8. People kept buying. At the end of the day, end all be all, that's where we're at with this. So I'm not really hearing and then there could be maybe inflation. And hey, yeah, you know why that might have come from? Hey, let's go check back when the last time the money print was put on. The one the problem in. All right, guys, listen, that's all FUD. This is the stall, but a stall for what? Just keep coming through. Off the top, Gemini, the next era of rewards is preparing to launch. Again, capital X, capital R, capital P. So unless you're a numbskull, you could realize that they're alluding to something going on with XRP. Again, Gemini does this all the time, similar to Uphold, where they release information where it's like some punch straight to XRP and then something massive comes out. I tell y'all this every time before it occurs, right? Well, let's get straight down into it. Off the rip, as everybody should know, off the previous, like maybe 2 videos ago, Ripple was posted all over the walls of Wall Street because they were having a complete summit up there, XRP summit in New York, with all these major banks, institutions that are going to be basically, partnering in, buying, utilize these coins. And it was in the main hub. I told y'all, I said, guys, y'all think that this isn't going anywhere and they're having the Ripple swell in New York City? Well, again, first a clip from the banking summit. And again, I want you to understand, Ripple's kind of bank. The coin is the institutional coin meant to be utilized by banks. You're at the holy mecca right now as far as fintech and where you could be and where you want to be as far as a growing company. But let's get down straight to the information of what they broke down through it. Fair use, fair use.
My name is Brad Garlinghouse. I'm the CEO of Ripple. Ripple has approximately 900 employees across our 15 offices worldwide. We were founded more than a decade ago with a mission to enable the Internet of Value, a world where money moves like information does today. We build software products that power
I'll drop you back in the back.
Cross-border payments, stablecoins, and digital custody. Ripple helps financial institutions reduce friction, unlock efficiencies, and serve their customers better. These are not abstract concepts. We work every day with banks that rely on our technology to deliver real results in the global economy. Ripple leverages the XRP ledger, a decentralized, battle-tested, open-source blockchain, as well as its native digital asset, XRP, to facilitate payments. XRP is built to enable fast, low-cost, and highly scalable transactions. From the start, Ripple made the deliberate choice to work with policymakers and regulators, not around them. We have taken a compliance-first approach, operating with over 60 payment, service, crypto, and money transmitter licenses domestically and globally. Yep. With regard to the topic of this hearing, we believe smart legislation should be based on several core principles. Consumers need protection from...
And again, everybody, we're talking to the heads and the who's of the financial market space in banks.
From fraud and scams. Markets need proper oversight. Bad actors need to be kept in check. And innovation must thrive. A constructive and workable framework for digital assets and stablecoins that achieves these goals will expand access to financial markets, create jobs, strengthen the economy, and put the U.S. on the path to being a global blockchain and crypto leader. For the last decade, the legal and regulatory uncertainty surrounding crypto has prohibited meaningful progress in the U.S. At Ripple, we certainly saw firsthand how the lack of clear rules of the road can be weaponized to target good actors. In turn, the technology, jobs, and tax dollars that go with it are pushed offshore, reducing regulatory oversight and putting consumers at higher risk. This has severely harmed American businesses, investors, and of most concerned consumers. Ripple was the tip of the spear for this regulation by enforcement campaign and was subject to an enforcement action in 2020. We were the first leading U.S. company to be sued by the SEC. We and many others understood that a loss here would be a death knell for the industry.
Yep.
Fortunately, after 4 years of a hard-fought legal battle, we prevailed. The court ruled in our favor on everything that mattered, including finding that the token XRP is not in and of itself.
And again, guys, while you're like, well, we've heard this story, you've got to understand now, this is Brad giving a full breakdown of what we know, again, to the heads and the who's of the financial market space. The onslaught is about to begin.
A security. Our victory cleared the path for other market participants to fight back. Despite these headwinds, Ripple still prioritizes education and engagement with policymakers and regulators globally. For companies to have the confidence to continue doing business in the United States, Congress should focus on passing principled and smart legislation with these critical goals in mind. First, set clear jurisdictional boundaries for our main financial regulators. Second, establish pathways for companies to build in the U.S. without sacrificing investor or consumer protections. And third, ensure that the U.S. can be a global leader in crypto by taking full advantage of the benefits and efficiencies brought by digital assets and blockchain technologies. The U.S. possesses the world's deepest capital markets, the most advanced technical talent, and a spirit of innovation that has powered our nation since its founding. There is no reason we should not be the undisputed leader in digital assets and blockchain. Over 55 million...
And again, guys, all that is being spirited out in front of you is V12.
Americans participate in the crypto economy today, equating to over a $3.3 trillion market cap. A smart regulatory framework for crypto market structure is essential to realize that future and is overdue. Speaking on behalf of the crypto industry, I urge you to prioritize the passage of market structure legislation for digital assets through this committee and the full Senate, to provide the rules and regulations needed to ensure that the U.S. becomes the crypto capital of the world. Once market structure legislation for digital assets becomes law in the United States, this will catalyze a new era of U.S. competitiveness and unlock efficiencies in financial transactions.
Threw in the back like, yeah, my money, baby.
Dramatically helping consumers and businesses alike. Ripple hopes to see this become a reality, and we look forward to working with you to help make this happen. I look forward to your questions.
And again, guys, in front of all the who's in the financial market space. Now, I kicked that off in that first video off so y'all can understand again how all this ties into play. Again, today, conversation at the summit. Now, let's see what proceeds to fold through. And I told y'all guys, don't look at the price. Look at what rolls off in the background. Now, again, Ripple has the summit. They're talking in front of the banks. And also at the same time, we have an unreleased document from 2013. Boom, an unknown document has been revealed showing that the United States of America already patented XRP as and classified it as a payment method for the financial market space. And I love this because when I kept telling y'all guys, None of this is new. They've had this plan all the way down to how they're going to integrate the system, how they're going to try to shake people, and how they slide it through without people, a mass majority of retail being in up until they want to. Guys, again, back in 2013, we had the financial service, financial services namely provided security payments options members of an online community via a global computer network through the use of traditional currency and virtual currency in class 36. Now, there's a couple things that I saw with it. One, when patented, that means that nobody can come back behind and copy the same scheme. Which is why you see a lot of coins are like, yeah, it kind of does a little bit with XRP, but it doesn't do the exact same thing. Well, I'm starting to believe that's because XRP is patented in the way that the system works. And it might be the first crypto has been patented where you can't copy it, right? Hence why, again, this was set up because it was always going to be chosen as the proper coin and the number one coin. Hence why your government already patented to their finance system. So is it crazy that now so quickly that XRP got the push through to start setting up for the banking license? Y'all didn't catch the whole fact of when XRP was the only coin that was backed by U.S. Treasury bonds. Nobody, and I keep telling y'all guys, sit back. You're coming into that window. None of this is new. I know they may make it seem like, oh, we're at the win, guys. That is FUD. They know exactly what's going on. Again, keep following along with me. Hey, don't argue with me. Argue with the facts. So now, at the same time that we have that document magically arrives on the same day that Brad Garlinghouse is in front of, again, the financial who's. What do we have that drops through? Bloomberg. While the Fed gave us the green light for banks to start offering crypto services, Fed Governor Michelle Bowman calls digital assets legal and permissible activity. So now again, I told y'all ISO 222 was what, 4 weeks ago? Guys, look at what's going on in the background, not at the price. All right, so now let's get that one more time before we fair use this video. The Fed gave the green light for banks to start offering crypto services. Okay, here we go. Fair use?
Congress overwhelmingly supported the passage of the Genius Act. These are very acceptable activities, and they're, of course, legal because we're working on developing frameworks that will allow for digital assets to exist both inside and outside the banking system in a way that is unquestionably allowable activity. As Congress
unquestionably allowable activity. You get a V12. You get a V12. You get a V12. Guys, from where we were, guys, y'all have been here for the last, some of y'all, when we first kind of switched over, back, what was that, maybe early 2024? What has been about a year and 6, 7 months, 8 months? But a lot of y'all I know have been here at least 7 months to remember when I was bringing out those videos where I was like, guys, they're intentionally not putting this on TV for a reason. To where we are right now. I need y'all to note where we are in this. It's in front of you, broad daylight. Crypto regulations, crypto bills, your president's pushing it. The CEO is now in front of all the head banks, right? Documents dropping showing that the coin's been patented. When I say, hey, why did XRP have Bitcoin's relic? Here's your king's head, beta test coin. It's been this way. This isn't just me. This is no FOMO, oh yeah, this is just my favorite coin. Guys, these are the facts. So now we have all that in line, and then let's fickle it in. How about let's get a little bit further into the financial market space so y'all can understand how far XRP is in this system. All right, boom. Just in Ripple, digital asset exchange bullish on successful IPO. A portion of the IPO proceeds will be settled in RLUSD and minted on the XRP ledger. Again, Bullish is that new company. I had a video about this 2 days ago, 2 videos ago. It was two younger guys that were the head of the CEO, the CEOs of Bullish, which basically like an institutional exchange, right? But they were massive, and they basically blatantly came out and said, hey, XRP is like our big thing that we're looking on. They've got so many great things going on. Well, they IPO'd, and again, great play for people to look in. Options down the line. I'm telling y'all, I told you what the play was before it happened. Crypto on this side, and if you want to make money in the stock market and kind of avoid the destruction of what it is, invest in your crypto exchanges that are coming on. Those are going to be your new banks. You know about the crypto. But now, especially these ones tied to XRP. So now they're taking a portion of these proceeds, selling in RSU, and they're minting it on an XRP ledger. Guys, Every exchange coming on has XRP in the name. Following through, breaking CNBC report: Ripple chosen by Gemini for credit facility ahead of IPO. So again, one, more money coming through. Gemini is about to IPO. Crypto, guys, guys, I keep putting the money in your hands. Put the money back in the chat if you're catching what I'm putting down. Gemini is about to IPO. Yes, Gemini, the same people that did the XRP, the next era rewards. Yeah, those same people are facilitating IPO. And you won't believe this. They've set up $150 million credit line with guess who? The one and only XRP, guys. Y'all are not seeing how deep we are in this. The switch is being flipped. Just waiting for that football season to kick in so you can scream for your favorite team while this goes around in the background.
Top story.
The great generational wealth transfer.
Gemini.
Fair use. I said fair use. And I like what I see a little bit. Chin a little strong. The chin is definitely a little strong. But we can get around
Let's talk about top stories. Crypto platform Gemini entered a credit agreement with Ripple Labs. A Friday SEC filing reveals Gemini can initially borrow up to $75 million with the option to decrease or increase
initial borrowing of $75 million, guys, because they need this to facilitate transactions.
The amount to up to $150 million. Requests made beyond that cap may be made with Ripple's stablecoin. The credit.
Now, mind you, this isn't the first time. Ripple came through and bailed out a couple of those exchanges when the Orange Man coin came out and they didn't have enough liquidity. So, and that's when I say, guys, these are the big boys. Ripple is the big boy. I don't care what numbers say in market cap. Liquid cash. I don't think Bitcoin is messing with these people. Liquid cash. There's no Bitcoin escrow. That's the market value, but that's owned by a bunch of different people. Liquid cash. These people have $43 billion sitting up liquid cash.
Line will bear an interest rate of up to 8.5%. Now, this comes after Gemini, founded by the Winklevoss twins, confidentially filed for an IPO back in June. The same filing from Friday reveals the platform
confidentially filed for IPO. You see how sneaky they are in the background? Whole time, yeah, I don't know if crypto. The whole time I tell you, stop watching the FUD, guys. You know what's going on in the background. Confidentially.
Total liabilities for more than $2 billion. Let's talk about.
And then just pop out. Hey, we got an IPO coming out, and it's backed by XRP. V12, guys, hello. If you don't get it, like I said, you never will. You don't have to. You do not have to. I promise you. I would rather you not get it, because like I said, I only want a certain amount of people riding around in the V12s next to me. I only want so much competition as far as engine goes, and I know that them people are going to be the ones that we're building over in this money mafia. But everybody else doesn't get it. Please sit on the sidelines, because I'm gonna need them $20 car washes. I'm tell you that. I'm gonna need them $20 car washes. But now pulling further through. And this is just talking again about what's going on. Ripple becomes Gemini's $150 million backer before NASDAQ debuted. Quietly struck a multi-million-dollar credit deal as an exchange prepares to go public on Wall Street. And I will be getting prepared, get my money prepared for this Gemini IPO, because again, this one's going to do the Watutsi. I got to see exactly what date that actually comes on. Let's see, it just filed for IPO. So they just filed for it. So we're going to see how that approval goes with it again. One that we're keeping down the pipeline, but also a tie into what's going on. Remember when I told y'all, when they lock in this stock market with this crypto, you're going to see these utility coins do that utility coin bull run I was telling you about. You see how these meme coins are starting to kind of fade out a little bit? There's no tie really to them. We haven't heard anything about meme coins, right? Everything utility coin, I told you guys. Utility bull run. But pulling further through. If that's not enough for you, XRP ETFs in Canada hit 285 million AUM with 100 million XRP holding. No other Canadian crypto ETF has matched the rapid accumulation of XRP. Now, again, I keep telling y'all, they don't need an ETF in America because they have plenty of money. But there's multiple ETFs coming out. And when I say ETF, I mean there's no IPO or ETF set from the company Ripple. But exterior ETF, you got Graystar, you got all these that are all around Japan, Canada, all the continents that are rolling ETFs, and people don't realize that, again, we were behind, but you got the orange man pushing everything to catch up. This is all going to streamline, and it's all going to close in here as we close off this 2025. I'm still stuck on the conservative $10 to $20. easily, conservatively by the end of this 2025. It's impossible for it to not carry through. But again, further, just the entitled trust has filed for deviance leveraging long XRP ETF to the U.S. SEC. So again, more institutions rolling in to file their ETFs. And again, why? There's a set deadline that they've kind of pushed this back. Breaking. SEC pushes back XRP ETF decision to October 2025. The SEC has delayed the ruling Bitwise, CoinShares, Grayscale, and Canary Capital XRP proposals. The new deadline, October 19th through 25th. What's going on? Let's dive in. Now, again, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Y'all want to know the time period that this flicks off? I'll tell you. October is your moon month, right? They pushed everything, and I want to show y'all how I know that it's kind of lined up. One, we are in the depths of kicking off into the full lore of sports, football, Halloween, and next following shortly December, Christmas. As I mentioned, everything that's going to have retail distracted, and people continue to forget that at the same point we had this information release where Japan's forms a consortium of 50 banks to revolutionize digital and cross-border payments using XRP. Full launch by 2025. So again, guys, they told y'all that Japan's only running 80% of its banks are going to be running XRP, right, to settle transaction. And they told you that was going to occur before the end of 2025. Well, October, they number 2 months left in there, right? And of course, I'll play this back, and I want y'all just kind of, you line the dots up here.
Increase digital payments. And the government encourage banks to innovate so that they can increase digital payments ratio. So now, what we are doing in Japan is we created a consortium of more than 50 banks to come together to
fair use.
Build a completely new payments platform or infrastructure powered by Ripple's distributed ledger technology, which basically replaced the existing domestic payments system called the Zengi system. It also can be applied for cross-border payments as well.
And that contrasts with Zelle, which is a fantastic entity.
And remember now, guys, all this is coming out as Zelle, PayPal. This was like 6 or 7 months ago, 8 months ago, this dropped, right? But now we already know Apple Pay's utilizing it. Does everybody know iOS 18 is using XRP to settle it? PayPal, if you go on your Uphold, open up your Uphold right now and it should say PayPal available. Okay, y'all remember them partnerships I was telling you about? They're moving with crypto using XRP now, right? And I told y'all that ISO 222 was going to be the switch.
Exactly.
Built on the existing rails.
Existing rails, yeah, that's right.
Existing. They're already running them. And again, people are like, well, we don't know what time and where that comes. Again, just released. I've never been more bullish on XRP. Japan's blueprint is explosive. SBI is pushing XRP ETFs on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. RLUSD is entering Japan's financial system. 100 plus institutions already using Ripple payments in 55 plus countries. If this doesn't wake you up, nothing will. And again, guys, now released, they are onboarding RLUSD, XRP ETFs, and then the sort of where they're saying 100 plus institutions are utilizing it now. Again, the lady just said they were bringing that on to pre-existing rails. Now they're integrating RLUSD as we speak. How much longer do you think before the banks are running? Again, SBI Holdings is that massive financial institution that created that consortium. Okay, guys, listen. Do what y'all are going to do. There is no FUD in the water for crypto. I mean, you're literally a fool. You're a fool if you're getting FUD. If you are not buying the dip, again, sitting 6 cents, 5 cents below where the $3 mark is, where we at right now? 290, 294. 6 cents away from that $3 floor, which I told y'all guys, that's the floor. A dip down does not mean the floor is broken. Do y'all see how all this went down and it dipped, and the lows we've seen is what? 284 and it pops back up 296, 290. Guys, that's called a new floor. It's got, hey, we're flooring at $3. Miss it if you want to. It's what is it? 86 cents from blue skies. You'll be asleep when it happens, family. Do not miss it. Do not mess this up. You're right there. You've come far enough. Don't mess it up. Again, but not financial advice. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. But I promise you, that back dust, I heard it tastes like mustard. I wouldn't know. Because I ain't never been in that position. But you mess around with this one, you will be in that position with me because I come around that corner heavy. Listen, y'all know what time it is. Let me get this edited for you, dropped off for you. Oh, yes!